Let's go, baby. Let's go. Leafs come from behind from a 3-1 deficit and they take down the Anaheim Ducks. Leafs win 5-4 in overtime over the Anaheim Ducks. What a game. What a comeback for the Toronto Maple Leafs. What a game. What a fantastic game against the Ducks. What a game. So after coming off that dismal performance against the St. Louis Blues Clues on Saturday night, the Leafs needed to find redemption, and they did just that against the Anaheim Ducks. And they did it in style, coming back from not one, but two 3-1 deficits. Two 3-1 deficits. And guess who gets the last laugh? John Tavares, as he scored the game winner. So what a game it was for the Leafs. So let's get to the game. So you start with Anthony Stolarz starting in net for the Leafs, and you see, and then Hussey starts in net for the Ducks. And I'm hoping that somehow, some way, the Leafs can get the win against the Ducks. That's when you have public enemy number one, Radko Gudas. Of course, the guy that injured Austin Matthews. And that's how she's going to roll. Okay, let's go. The first period of the game was a very bit of a killer. You know, you had the first period where it started off strong, where, lo and behold, Max Domi goes after, I believe he goes after Radko Gudas. They start fighting, and Max Domi knocked the daylights out of him. That was amazing. But then, of course, that's when trouble started to come in, and it was not a good thing. Not a good thing, because the first thing that came out of their mind was a turnover by the Leafs, and the worst thing that could possibly happen is, oh my God, Leo Carlson scored. So the Ducks take a 1-0 lead off of Leo Carlson. So that's not good. But then Leafs take a penalty. I mean, are you serious? Then of course Cutter Gauthier scores to put the Ducks up 2-0. And Gauthier was in pain after that gruesome injury. He does not return to the game. Wow, it's like the William Nylander injury that happened in the Vegas Golden Knights game. That's when the Leafs strike again. They get on the board, and the Leafs are down by 1. So it's a 2-1 Ducks lead after the end of the first period. And then, of course, I thought things were going to be a little bit of a mess. Oh, would you look at that? You go on a 4-on-4. And of course, John Carlson scores his first goal as a Anaheim Duck, and the Ducks take a 3-1 lead, and that's embarrassing. I mean, Domi goes after another guy, and you got a misconduct. Gudas got a misconduct as well, but the one thing that really bugged me the most was Michael Pezzetta getting ejected, abusing the official. I mean, that was a bad penalty to take. Are you kidding me? That was horrendous that just happened. That just happened, out of the blue. You eject the guy named Michael Pezzetta. You eject Michael Pezzetta for doing his job. What the hell, refs? Really? That's pathetic. So now the Leafs have to mount a comeback, and they mount not one, but two comebacks. The one on the power play where Matthew Knies scores, and the Leafs are down by 3-2. All right, that's a good thing. William Nylander goes on the beautiful breakaway, and he scores a beautiful goal to tie this game up at 3. And then, of course, Leafs strike back, and guess who scores? Morgan Rielly. The defenseman, Morgan Rielly, scores, and the Leafs take a 4-3 lead. Come back from a 3-1 deficit. Everything's going well. We might have this in the bag. That was until the Leafs got a little too cocky, and Leo Carlson scores again. Oh my God. Leafs just came back from a 3-1 deficit, and you're going to allow the Ducks to come back on you? Are you kidding me, man? Are you freaking kidding me? You can't let the Ducks score on you. I swear. But Leafs thankfully didn't get didn't get. Oh my God. Leafs survive, and now the Leafs go into overtime, and that's when things got a little hairy. Okay, Leafs had a chance to end the game, but who see my friend just was dialed in, and the Ducks were going on a 2-on-1 after a bad change. But guess who actually made the save? The beautiful save. It was none other than Anthony Stolarz. Holy crap, game saver. Especially when the Ducks player interfered with Stolarz. That's when you go into the face-off. And lo and behold, the person that scored the game winner that says night-night to the Anaheim Ducks was none other than John Tavares. Game, set, match for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And hell yeah, baby. What a game. What a comeback for the Toronto Maple Leafs. They were down by 3-1, and they came back stronger, better than ever. They were in the weeds, but they came back strong, and that was a good thing. Because playing against the Ducks, the Ducks are a good team, a young good team, with I believe Joe Quenneville as the head coach of the Ducks, and pretty much a good turnaround for the Ducks. I'm amazed, really amazed about the Ducks. They might actually make the playoffs. But they're a young team, so I guess we'll find out what happens. But, a win's a win for the Toronto Maple Leafs. I don't care if the Leafs fans are going to be upset. Oh, we ruined the tank because we came back. Shut up. This is a good game for the Leafs. They came back from a 3-1 deficit. I'll take it. I'm happy the Leafs won. Okay? I want to be happy with the dub. I always love W's. I'll take the dub like a man. And I'm feeling a lot better than what happened today where the Blue Jays got their butts kicked by the Colorado Rockies. Unbelievable. We gave the Rockies a win here. Are you serious? Destroying them oh my God. It was so unacceptable. It's not funny. It's not even funny anymore. The Blue Jays lost to the damn Colorado Rockies. And I'm going to say this, the Blue Jays didn't deserve to get destroyed by the Rockies. That was a little bit of a side note, but I don't give a crap. Okay? So, a win's a win for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Good night, Anaheim. Leafs start the California road trip with a W. We'll take that. Okay? I know what people are going to say. They're not going to be happy the Leafs didn't tank. They won. Because tanking is the only thing we got to do. I don't care. Win or lose, doesn't matter. Okay? So, man, what a month. The month of March was an absolute disaster at this point because the Leafs went on an 8-game losing streak with the losses to Florida, Tampa twice, the Senators, the Flyers, Devils, Rangers, and the Habs. They were on an 8-game losing streak, and that sucked. The Leafs traded away Nicholas Waugh for a first-round pick to Colorado, which might be good. And then, of course, the trade where both Scott Laughton traded to Los Angeles, as well as Bobby McMahon to Seattle for a bunch of draft picks, which was completely baloney. And then Austin Matthews, he gets injured. His season is over, which is unfortunate because the Leafs were doing because it's so bad that the Leafs lost the captain of the Leafs. Before you get in, that's right, you bring in a dude named Bogarou and Michael Pezzetta doing the job. Pezzetta was amazing. And he got kicked out for nothing. Really pathetic. But then, of course, had some ups and downs where Leafs went on a losing streak, then they went on a win streak. Losing streak, win streak, losing streak. It is what it is. So, I'm happy. And plus, thank God, the Leafs did not get eliminated from playoff contention because the thing was, the Leafs were going to get eliminated from playoff contention if they lose to the Ducks and if the Islanders get a point against the Penguins. Surely enough, the Leafs didn't lose to the Islanders, and surely enough, the Penguins beat the Islanders, and the Leafs didn't lose to the Ducks. So that's good. And plus, this helps the Oilers to get first place in the Atlantic Division. Sorry, first place in the Pacific Division. So I think, but in the standings, this should help the Oilers get to that Pacific Division because I want the Oilers to be number 1 in the Pacific Division, not number 2 or number 3, let alone a wild card. So, yeah, I'm happy. Okay, and thank God because I know I want the Oilers to be good. I want them to actually be first in the Pacific. It doesn't matter what it is. Again, thank the Leafs for this, guys. Thank the Leafs for this win, okay? The Ducks get a point. It is what it is, okay? What a win for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Let's go, baby. That is it. So the next game for the Toronto Maple Leafs is another late game, and the Leafs are going to be going to San Jose. They go to the Shark Tank to play against the Anaheim Ducks. And the last time they played against, the San Jose Sharks. Sorry about it. So let's try that again. Next game for the Toronto Maple Leafs, they go to San Jose. They go play against the San Jose Sharks. Last time they played against the Sharks, the Leafs came back from a 5-3 deficit, and the Sharks ruined the Leafs' comeback in a shootout. And I was so mad that it nearly woke the house up. Is this gonna happen again? I guess we'll never know. And also, doesn't matter if we win or lose. I'll take the wins. I'll be happy with wins, but upset when they lose. That's the mentality, okay? So that's it. Good night, everybody. Let's go, Leafs. Yeah!